Hey, what's up, everybody? So Dak Prescott finally got his big payday. 4 years, 160 million up to 164 million with incentives. He gets 126 million in guaranteed money, and I believe a $66 million signing bonus. There's also a no trade clause as well. If you're an Eagles fan like myself, then you got to be happy about this actually because Dak Prescott, well, he's a serviceable QB, but at the same time, he ain't worth no 160 million. Let's look at Dak's record. He's 1-2 in the playoffs. He's 13-20 against teams with a winning record. You see, Dak has a problem similar to certain other quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford. He can't really beat quality competition. Like you look at 2019, his last full season playing because he got hurt in 2020. The Cowboys went 1-5 against teams with a winning record. And then Dak's notable for another thing. So the Cowboys, whenever they're trailing by a large margin late in games, Dak is famous for then starting to wake up, then starting to do something in those games. You look at the 2019 Packers game where the Cowboys trailed 31-3 late in that game. You look at the 2019 Bears game where the Cowboys trailed 31-14 late. This past season, look at the Seahawks game where they trailed 15-30 late. And then this is the most famous example. So the Browns game this past season, the Cowboys were down 41-14 late in that fourth quarter. Well, not in the fourth quarter. It wasn't late, but it was like early fourth quarter. 41-14 in the fourth quarter. They were down by that much. Now, to Dak's credit, he did close the deficit. He rallied to make the game 41-38. That's within a winnable margin, but then Odell Beckham basically ended the game after that. So, like, people were raving about Dak's numbers in 2020 before he got hurt. He threw like 450 or more yards in three straight games. The thing is, the Cowboys were 1-3, and they very easily could have been 0-4 had the Falcons not been the Falcons. How do you not recover that onside kick? How do you just watch that ball just dribble and you let the Cowboys get it? How do you blow a 20-0 lead? So they very easily could have been 0-4. I'm looking at this guy. He's not worth 160 million. He's decent, but he's not that decent. Like if I'm paying you 160 million, you need to get me a Super Bowl. You need to get me a Super Bowl MVP. You need to get me a league MVP. It's like Dak just doesn't have those accolades yet. And what's the big relief for me personally is that I was looking at this from the Russell Wilson perspective. So Russell Wilson is getting pretty fed up with Seattle. He's angry for not getting protected. And he recently cited the Cowboys as one of the teams he would welcome a trade to. Now, for me, as an Eagles fan, I was terrified of the possibility of Russell Wilson going to the Cowboys. That absolutely scared the bejeebies out of me because Russell Wilson, he owns the Eagles. Like the Seahawks, they've been beating us for years, but Russell Wilson, we really can't figure him out. He's 6-0 against Philadelphia. He beat us twice in 2019 in the playoffs and the regular season. We just can't beat Russell Wilson. So the possibility of us having to deal with him 2 times a year, no thank you. No thank you. So the fact that that's off the table, I'm very relieved about. But congratulations to Dak. I think this is going to hurt the Cowboys in the long term because they're stuck with all these big contracts. You got Dak, you got Zeke, you got Amari Cooper, Jalen Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence. They're shelling out a lot of money, and it's like it's going to be hard to build around that team because you're giving out these huge contracts to everybody. So congrats to Dak. I'm looking forward to 4 more years of being in the same division with him, battling him. So congratulations, buddy. But I still think y'all ain't getting to a Super Bowl. Like, come on, you're the Cowboys. You've been screwing it up since not even 2000. You've been screwing it up since 1995. I wasn't even alive the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. So I'm not really scared of Dak. He's a respectable quarterback, but he doesn't intimidate me the way Russell Wilson would have intimidated me. You know what I mean? So that's my thoughts on it.